Hello everyone, Geezer Tony here with another fun video. Did you ever want to sharpen your iron play and you just can't quite get it done on the range? Well, here's something that I do quite often. If you get a chance to get out on the course alone, play 9 holes with one golf club. Today I'm going to do that. I'm going to play the front 9 here at Sanford Golf Club, my home course, with only a 7-iron. That includes putting. So let's get to it and see what we can shoot with just a 7-iron. Here we go, first hole. 356, and I'm going to play from the front edge of all these regular men's tees, so it's probably more like 340 from here. 7-irons only. Let's see what we can do today. Pretty well hit. Let's see. Well, it almost made it to the 150, so maybe I can reach the green in two. So we already know what we're going to hit here. It's just a matter of how far do we have, and it looks like about 155 uphill. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. You really can't see the target, but it should be right at that low point in the trees in the middle of the screen there. So I normally hit 7-iron about 170, and we got 155, playing probably 160 uphill. And so it should be pretty close to a stock 7. We'll give it a hit and see what happens here. It's sort of added, I think, a little lift, and it wasn't all that well hit, but it may be up just in front of the green. It's just over in the back fringe. I've got an uphill chip. I think I'll use 7-iron. Well, not bad. It's about a foot. So if I can get this in, we made par on the first hole. That's a great start. Well, hole number 2 is par 3, and it just so works out that it's playing 170, and that matches the club I'm hitting. So maybe this will work out, and I can get it on the green. And it's pretty much right at it. Yeah, it's just a little behind the flag, but it's in the middle of the green. So we'll see how this works out. Whoa, almost. Played it a little high. But that's 2 pars. Hole number 3 is a shortish par 4, 300 yards from the white tees. It goes out and it dog legs 90 degrees straight to the right. So normally I hit a 4 or a 5-iron here, but I think I can get this 7 out past the corner while I have a shot to the green. So let's see what happens here. That looks really good. I think it's far enough. So we have 90 yards left, and we're going to try to bounce the 7-iron up on the green. Maybe on there, it's not in the right direction. So we ended up about pin high and about 2 feet off the fringe here with a chance to get up and down for par again. Let's see how it goes. A little strong. And again, that's why I'm doing this, because I almost never chip with a 7-iron. So now I'm left with a 4-footer that breaks hard to the right that I need to make to get another par. Yeah, we got it. Okay, 3 pars. It's getting tough. A hole number 4, par 4, dogleg right, downhill, 367 from the white tees. I'm up at the front, more like 350. I think a good solid 7 will get me far enough down that I don't have to play with the trees on the right on the second shot. Let's see if we can hit a good, normal, solid 7-iron. Looks pretty good. We'll see. Could be borderline as far as going far enough to get around the dog leg. Okay, so we're left with 125 to this green, and I really don't know how to do this, so that's why we're practicing this today. Let's see if we can just bump this toward the green, see if we can get it on. Well, it looks decent. I don't know if it's the right distance or not, but it's rolling up there as though it got on. We'll see. The ball evidently rolled across the green. It's really downhill right here, coming down the hill. So it rolled off the green, but still a pretty good shot. Now, again, I've got to get up and down, and I can see the camera is skipping now due to the heat. So I'm going to have to take a break after this hole, see if we can cool it off. We can hit this chip up close. Or in. Lordy mercy, look at there. We are 1 under with a 7-iron. That was pretty lucky, but, you know, luck counts in golf too. Bad luck and good luck.
So everyone, after cooling off the camera, when I went back to record, I wasn't aware that the video was no longer, excuse me, the audio was no longer working. But the round went so well that I wanted to do the voiceover and finish it up because I think it was important to see what happened here. So here we are on hole number 5. It's 306 yards from the white tee, and I'm hitting 7-iron, of course. And I think on this shot, it wasn't a great shot. It was um, a sort of a mishit, but the hole is short enough that I still could reach the green. So we get up here to the second shot, and if I remember right, I had 91 yards left to an uphill front pin. And I hit that just a little hard and got it into the back right fringe. And that's one of the reasons I'm, playing with a 7-iron is to learn different shots because hitting a 91-yard shot with a 7-iron is kind of tough. So here we are in the back right fringe with the another chip, and this is downhill, so a little bit tricky. You could, hammer it way by if you're not careful. And I came up really well on this one. I think if I remember, it almost went in. So let's see. Here we go. Here it comes. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, almost went in. I mean, it was just really a really good chip. So we cleaned that one up, and then we're going on to. At this point, we're still 1 under for the round, and now we're going on to hole number 6, and that's a 125-yard par 3 downhill. Very small green, very narrow. If you look up in those trees, you see how narrow that opening is. Of course, on this shot, I'm going to keep it so low it doesn't matter. So I punched it down there and tried to bounce it up on the green, and it ended up in the left fringe, pretty much pin high. And this ball was really only about 15, maybe 17 feet from the hole. Another good chance to possibly chip in or make par. And this one breaks a little left, if I remember correctly. I hit a pretty good shot here and almost made this one too. So wow, I mean, this is just going way better than I thought it would. I'm having chances to get more and more under par, although I didn't. But being one under through six with just a 7 iron is a feat in itself. So now we're going to move on up to number 7, which is a uphill 377 yard par 4. And I'm commenting to the camera there that I'm pretty sure I can't reach this green in two with two 7 irons. So I decided to hit this low screaming hook to try to get all the yardage I can out of it. And I accomplished that. Then we get up here and I'm like 200 yards away. I think I was even with the 200-yard marker. And I said, well, I'll hit this low screaming hook again and see how close I can get. And it's still uphill, just a little less so. I hit that one pretty well too. And by the time we got up there to the green, I was not very short of the green. So I had a chip here, it was about 50 or 60 foot chip. And from where I'm standing to the ball, it's about a 3 foot rise there. And I didn't want to bounce this ball into that hill, so I wanted to carry it over the hill. So what I had to do was open the face, and that's why it looks like I'm standing so far left, so open, because I've got the face laid open. I want to carry the ball up onto the green and then let it run to the hole. So I ended up accomplishing that pretty well, as you'll see here in just a second. It was very nice, a very good shot actually, from as far away as we were. So we get up to the hole, and it's about, I'm going to say 5 feet. Pretty simple putt. It probably might break a little bit left, but mostly straight. And then, so I get over it to putt it. I've been doing really well on these, and then golf happened, and I just hit it left. I mean, there's no real reason or excuse. You can see the ball take off to the left of the hole, and just never had a chance. So we get back to even par. That was a little disappointing. I kind of wanted to finish that round under par, that 9 holes.
Hole number 8 is 326. It's a dogleg right position hole, really. So we're going to try to hit the 7 iron straight out. Take what it gives us left. Just a stock 7 iron should be enough to get around the corner. Again, a little left, but that's okay. It may be to my advantage to have a little bit longer shot with the 7 iron than a 100-yard shot. So we'll go see what it leaves us. I'm guessing 120 to 130. Almost guessed this. It's 127. I feel some breeze behind me, and this is going to be a tough one because that's a very small green. It sits up on a plateau. It goes up in front and down behind. So I'm going to have to run it up the hill. So it's just a matter of, do the best you can and take what you get, I guess. 130-ish. Well, I like how I hit it. I'm not sure how it'll end up. Actually, it's bouncing right up on the ground. Oh, this is going to be good. Front fringe, and the pin is on the front, so I may not be more than 15 feet from the hole. So we end up about 15 feet from the hole, a foot into the fringe. I know this putt's going to go down this way, and it's a little downhill. It could be dangerous if I hit it too hard. So I got to be a little bit careful. I would love to make it, but I would really not like it if I took 3 to get down from here. So I'm going to be a little bit careful here. Made it a little bit too high. The speed was fine, but another easy par. So far, I'm scoring much better than I thought I would. And we come to hole number 9. It's the only par 5 on this this side. The whites show 447, 450-ish. Sounds short. The problem is when you're hitting driver, you're going to be hitting your second shot off a downhill lie to a very uphill green. That's what makes the hole difficult. It makes up for the lack of yardage. So I don't think I'll have that problem with 7-irons, but I do believe I can reach it with 3 of these. So let's just give it a hit and go from there. I like how I hit it. Very solid, very standard down the left center. We're so far back, I'm not going to measure anything. You can see the clubhouse up there in the distance, and the green is straight in front of that porch. So I'm going to hit another good 7-iron and then try to get on the green from there. Down the right center, it's just fine. And I'm sure I'll be able to reach from there. Probably inside of 100 yards maybe. Okay, we got 70 yards left to an uphill pin, or uphill green, I should say. The flag is at the left corner of the clubhouse. I'd just like to get this on there and go from there. Can't seem to hit it far enough to the right. It's going to be up, it's just kind of too far left. I needed it about 10, 12 feet more right to get anywhere near the hole. Ended up with a, I'm going to say a 35-foot, 2 feet off the green, uphill, a little bit of break to the right. See if we can get it down in 2. Wasn't much break to the right there like I thought, but it's close enough.
So everyone, that's the end of the video. The score ended up being even par for 9 holes. I hope there's a lesson there to be learned. For me, it was that, maybe we make the game too complicated. Maybe we need to learn different shots and how to play the game rather than practice golf swing all the time. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below and let me know if there's any kind of video you would like to see me make in the future. I hope you enjoyed it, and that's it for Geezer Tony for now.